Welcome back to Top 10 Magazine. I'm Jack, and in this video, we're going to explore 3 terrifying stories about the legendary Mongolian Death Worm. Story 1. The legendary monster of the Gobi Desert. Deep in the heart of the Gobi Desert, there lies a creature that strikes fear into the hearts of even the bravest of men. It is a creature of legend, a creature that has been spoken about for centuries. Its name is the Mongolian Death Worm, and it is said to be the most dangerous creature in the desert. The first known mention of the Mongolian Death Worm dates back to the 1920s when a Polish scientist named Ivan Mackerel heard about the creature during his travels in Mongolia. He was told that the creature was a giant worm, measuring up to 5 feet in length, and that it had the ability to kill a man with a single touch. Mackerel became fascinated with the creature and decided to mount an expedition to find it. Mackerel arrived in Mongolia with a team of scientists, explorers, and locals. They spent weeks searching for the creature, but all they found were a few holes in the sand. However, one night, they heard a strange noise coming from one of the holes. It sounded like a low-pitched growl, and it sent shivers down their spines. The team decided to investigate the noise and lowered a camera into the hole. What they saw on the screen shocked them. It was a giant worm with a bright red body and a mouth full of sharp teeth. The creature moved with incredible speed, and it spat venom at the camera, causing it to short circuit. The team retreated from the hole, but it was too late. The Mongolian Death Worm had sensed their presence, and it was now on the hunt. They heard the creature moving through the sand, its body making a slithering noise as it approached. The team was terrified, knowing that they were no match for the deadly creature. Suddenly, the creature stopped moving, and the team heard a loud hissing sound. They quickly realized that the creature had used its deadly breath, and they were lucky to have avoided being killed. The team retreated back to their camp, shaken but alive. From that day on, they never ventured back into the desert, and they warned others of the deadly creature that lurked in the sand. Although the story of Ivan Mackerel's encounter with the Mongolian Death Worm remains controversial, it is just one of many stories about the creature that continue to intrigue and terrify people. Whether the creature exists or not, its legend has become a fascinating mystery that captures the imagination of many who dare to explore the vast and treacherous terrain of the Gobi Desert. Story 2. Deadly Poison in the Sands. Legend has it that a group of Soviet soldiers were once exploring the Gobi Desert when they stumbled upon a Mongolian death worm. According to the story, the soldiers were traveling on horseback when one of their horses suddenly collapsed. Upon closer inspection, they found that the horse had been bitten in half, and there were strange marks in the sand around it. The soldiers were on high alert, knowing that they had encountered something deadly. They spotted a red creature slithering through the sand towards them, and they quickly realized that it was the Mongolian Death Worm. The creature was about 3 feet long and had a thick, muscular body. The soldiers tried to shoot at the creature, but their bullets seemed to have no effect. The creature spat venom at them, and they narrowly avoided being hit. One of the soldiers attempted to stab the creature with a bayonet, but it wriggled out of the way and disappeared into the sand. The soldiers were shaken by the encounter and knew that they had to get out of the desert before they encountered the creature again. They mounted their horses and rode out of the desert as quickly as they could. The story of the Soviet soldiers' encounter with the Mongolian Death Worm has been retold many times over the years, and it has become a part of the creature's legend. Although there is no concrete evidence to support the existence of the Mongolian Death Worm, the stories and legends surrounding it continue to fascinate and terrify people who venture into the Gobi Desert. Story 3. Hunting the mysterious Mongolian Death Worm. In the early 2000s, a documentary film crew ventured into the Gobi Desert to try and capture footage of the Mongolian Death Worm. They had heard the stories of the creature's deadly venom and the way it could kill a man with just one touch. The crew was determined to capture the elusive creature on film, no matter the cost. The crew set up camp in the desert, and they spent days searching for the creature. They interviewed locals who claimed to have seen the creature, and they scoured the sand for any signs of its presence. However, they had no luck, and the crew was growing increasingly frustrated. One night, while the crew was sleeping in their tents, they were awoken by a strange noise. It sounded like something was moving through the sand outside of their tents. The crew quickly grabbed their cameras and began filming, hoping to capture footage of the creature. To their surprise, they saw a red creature slithering towards their camp. It was the Mongolian Death Worm, and it was coming straight for them. The crew was terrified, knowing that the creature was deadly and that they were in grave danger. One of the crew members attempted to capture the creature in a net, but it was too quick and it managed to escape. The crew was disappointed that they had not captured the creature on film, but they were also relieved to have survived the encounter. The documentary crew's encounter with the Mongolian Death Worm has become one of the most popular stories about the creature. While many still doubt the existence of the Mongolian Death Worm, the legend of the deadly creature continues to intrigue and terrify people who venture into the Gobi Desert.
Want to see more top 10 videos like this one? Subscribe now and join our community.